And welcome back to Tub Takes. We are live, and we have three special guests. We have first and foremost Rajan Ball. How are you doing?
Oh, welcome to the channel.
We
I'm
have
doing okay.
John. We have John. Who? How are you?
I'm back in the States, baby. It feels
You were
bad,
gonna
actually.
say that too. You're just gonna be like, I'm
Back,
here. I'm in this
back,
country.
back in the land of actual good pizza. He ate pizza
Yeah,
multiple times in Japan. I was dumbfounded.
That's
no. It's
that's
okay. It's
insane.
okay. I had to scout.
Scout.
What?
And then, of course, last but not least, maybe least, we have two-time regional champion Justin Tang. How you doing?
Doing good. Glad to finally be back.
It's great to have you.
Excellent.
I think last time you were on, I was not on, so finally get to talk to you.
That's true.
Last time he was on, he was also in a car, I think.
Yeah,
right.
was that?
I was
that
in
He
a
was
car.
at a bar. He was at a concert, and Adi chose not to be on that episode by design. By the way, it was not only on purpose, but it was inspired by jealousy.
Well, like I said, only two of us have won an event in Toronto, and it's me and Justin. So
Yes. You're Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional champion.
he went from playing Pokemon to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Won a regional immediately. That's just what he does.
Yes.
Wait, you played Yu-Gi-Oh before?
Yeah. You
I
should
didn't
look it
know
up.
they were on your dueling server.
Justin Tang won the Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional champion. If
Do you,
you
do you,
look
do
it
you
up.
have the, do you have the link for me to pull
He-
up? I don't have it on hand.
It's
Oh,
Toronto
shoot.
regional?
I'm gonna try to find it. I'm gonna look
Wait,
at your
that's
name.
crazy.
Oh,
Wait,
here
I'll
we go.
find it real quick.
You're
I got-
playing
You found it?
I found it on Yu-Gi-Oh!
playing
Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Deck. We got winner of Toronto WCQ regional on June 10th, 2023, piloted by Justin Tang with 10 use Word Soul. You know, classic
Yes.
Justin deck. You know, exactly what you'd
Classic
expect Justin
That's
to run.
Justin deck.
wild.
Even though I was at
Fun fact,
Fresno during the time, I went to Toronto right
And
away.
you can see that right here. This is Justin. You know, he put glasses on. He looks totally different. That's just how it is.
2023? Like you did it an hour ago?
Yeah. Right. Just, he Bro has the college provided mic. I'm sorry. Listen. Oh, are you talking about John? Anyways, I'm audio quality's gonna
talking
suck
about?
because I'm at my parents' house right now, so I do not have my full setup. So if my internet cuts out,
Have a regional to win in Pokemon for 36 minutes. So he went to Toronto to play.
Yes.
There was a 36-minute window where you couldn't win another region.
Yeah, man.
That's wild. You didn't want to play Reg Deep that bad. Okay. I
All
thought
right.
this was old news, but it was now.
So with that, let's talk about what's been happening. So I guess first and foremost, we got some housekeeping. Normally we do event signups, but I think we're gonna talk about that in a minute because there's a lot to talk about event signups. Instead, I want to give a mention the tournament that's happening this upcoming weekend. We got the Victory Road September Challenge. It's going to be a $10 entry, and it's going to be a big pot. So if you want some prep for upcoming regionals, if you manage to get into the upcoming regionals, I think Victory Road Tours are probably the highest quality online tournaments that you can play in. So definitely recommend trying this out.
I can say that the Victory Road Tours have been the best practice for me to get top 64 at a regional. So they've been absolutely key to getting 40 championship points during this most recent tournament circuit.
Generally
Right.
speaking, I think they are one of the better run, like larger grassroots. So it's definitely worth signing up. Even though I think this one has like it's not free to enter. I think, right? You gotta pay
Nope.
an entry fee.
And for what it's worth,
like-
you go ahead.
But like $10 is like way less than what the registrations are going for right now. So honestly, if you're just looking for good practice, or if you're like me and you can't make it to any regionals, then this is probably your best way of getting actual games in the format that you'll probably be playing if you're gonna compete in the circuit later this season. Pretty much all I got to say about that. I will be playing.
Yeah, I haven't had the chance to play any online tours recently. Like, I think my last online tour was like my prep for Charlotte, and I haven't done one since. And they're over pretty good practice. And I think I should probably doing it more just because like you see like recent success from like people like Michael, who's like a Limitless Warrior and things like that. And Victory Road practice, I think like kind of goes hand in hand with that, and I think it's pretty good practice overall.
I'm excited when I can play these two, right? Because I will say, and what is a little bit challenging sometimes is the opportunity cost to play these tournaments. In that, like playing a 2 day online tournament over a weekend is like a pretty steep price to pay. Or when a lot of these events are like 7 o'clock on weeknights, on work nights or something, like it is challenging sometimes. But this is a Labor Day weekend. Partner's out of town for the weekend. I'm gonna play this one, lose round 4, and then do something else.
That's
And I'm pretty
valid.
excited to do that.
I think that in 2020, I mean, 2020 being right when the pandemic started and a lot of these online tours were popping up, I think that's what I was doing. I was playing in a lot of these online tours, one every weekend. And back then, it was the best of the best were playing in it. Like I remember, like I lost to Wittinen to Yuri after like losing to Eric Rios, and then before like having beating Lukamir to get to that point, like just like a crazy run. And then doing that like every week until I finally like got my big breakout performance. Just because like you don't get that type of practice. It's so hard going to locals. Even like you can't play against the best players in the world unless you know live in DC, I guess. But like yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Our locals are so stupid.
Yeah,
Yep.
I remember
Uh,
like that. You weren't there for that Monday night PC, man. That ended at 1 a.m.
Not be there for a Monday night PC.
Yeah, like
Monday
That's
night,
still
1 a.m.
so
PC, baby.
like me and Wolf had to finish at 1 a.m. He had a flight in the morning too, and he was like, "Man, let's just get this over with." I'm like, "Okay, I agree." It was so dumb. We got there at 6, and we were the last people there at like 1 a.m. We had some people watching, but everyone was just so tired at that point. It's like, okay, this is cool to watch, I guess. And it
right.
wasn't. I mean,
And then
yeah, I
and
don't.
then you beat him, and then he stole your team for Hartford, right?
It's funny. I actually like DM'd him about it, and I got the follow back from that, and it was a coincidence he said, and it was cool. I got my shout on Hartford, and Wolf's nice. It's also like an overall pretty meta team, but yeah, I would like to take credit for it because that would be kind of nice.
Because you
One
stomped
thing,
on him, he said that's a good team, and he took it.
Yeah, maybe,
one thing
maybe.
to realize, one thing though, that some of you might not know, many of you probably do, but some of you might not, is our most recent Worlds runner-up, Michael Derbeste 2, um, was a online tour fiend going into Worlds, and part of seeing him build like work on his team after he had like a crazy performance. I think it was one of these like Victory Road tours. He got like
Yeah.
second or won it. I don't actually remember what he did, but like on the very first
He
one, he's like, "Huh, I guess I'm playing this team at Worlds then, right? It would be pretty stupid not to." And we're like, "Yeah, go have fun, like grind it out." And then he like played other ones, and he kept getting second, and then like second, and he was just like fucking nuts. And then he kept up his second streak, but at Worlds. And I think he did. Like Michael was really. I don't know when he's going to be on your channel, Adi, when you're doing the report.
I
But
don't know if it's gonna happen. Time zones are kind of awkward, and I just haven't been at home.
what do you mean it's not going to happen? Just stay up.
so
Anyways,
true.
um, but he did have a lot of success as a result of the online tour circuit, and did think that it was really good practice. Um, I
Yeah,
am
Ave
stating
also
this
saying
back.
that he also won a money tour like a week after Worlds too. Like he didn't stop playing after
Michael's a
Worlds.
monster. It's
He
so
is
Yeah.
a fiend for
the
sure.
grind does not stop.
And the
He,
Ranbats, Elo
no,
too.
he
Uh,
took life by the horns and said, "I am in fact going to have the capacity to uh, have an awesome life after this tournament."
He's just so good at Pokemon. Everything he does, he just wins.
But anyways, play the BR tour. It's gonna be good practice. Ramp up the prize pool.
mhm.
Uh,
For Rajan
be
to
sick
steal your
practice.
money.
I'm gonna when I end up at X2 round 4 with the knowledge that I'll just play out the rest of the day to go 6-2 and then lose the last round. I'm gonna drop by round 4. That's how it always goes.
Um, what I will say is that what I was going to say is that I think the cash tours are just generally higher quality. The people who are entering are confident enough to drop $10 on their team, or rich enough, one of the two. But
Oh no! That $10 just it comparatively isn't an entry fee.
but like,
If you look,
there's a lot of
if you look through
people.
those teams afterwards,
What?
if you look through those teams afterwards, it's just people putting money on.
Yeah, but compared to a lot of the free tours that are out there, this is higher quality than the like, hey, I'm putting $100 the Himi Burnt Glizzy $50 free entry tour,
Yeah, whatever.
that also has the same number of participants. So um, I think it's good practice. You get a lot of really good Japanese players entering these tours too. A lot of very good Chinese players who don't otherwise get to play in a lot of these tournaments. So
It's
yeah.
true.
I had to play myself.
Speaking of Victory Road Tour, thank you, Adbot. Plus, great timing. Anyway, speaking of Victory Road Tours, there's also the World Cup that's going to be happening in Reg E. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this, but I have finally announced my decision for who to play for. As you know, I could have played for Sweden, USA, and India, and I ended up picking. Where's my hats? I need 3 hats right now. That's what I need. I need to do the college recruitment thing. No, I'm going to be playing for Team India, which is going to be really fun. They got a really great community.
Nice.
So I'm really excited for that. But I did want to mention, because I know this tweet didn't get the most traction. There are a bunch of new teams, a bunch of communities that are trying to grow. And so if you do have eligibility for one of Barbados, Belize, Cuba, Morocco, Nicaragua, Pakistan, or Paraguay, they are trying to get a team together for each of those countries. And so would recommend reaching out to these people, try to get a team together.
For Pakistanis, we have to get rid of them.
I DM'd Arsal. I told him, hey, you should try to get Team Pakistan together. So we'll see. I think Sohaib is playing for Team USA. He'd be one of them who would be eligible. So
We can get him out of our Discord. Also, Adi, you're not necessarily playing for the team, but you are definitely playing for our Discord channel.
listen, if I don't if I don't make it on Team India, I'm going back to Team Sweden. I'm sorry. I need the practice for San Antonio.
I think remind me when the Victory Road signups go live. Or are they already live? And then
I think that the captains just kind of send a roster in.
Yeah.
Normally, like, you should reach out to the captain of the team, and again, there's a link here
Right.
that has all the captains. Reach out to them. A lot of them are having tryouts right now. I know Team India is doing tryouts right now. So if you are trying
Adi,
to,
you need to hop on the ladder tour. If
nah,
you really
I'm not playing a single game of Reg D. I am done with Reg D. This format sucks. We're not talking about Reg D for a single second today. If you expect Reg D content, you are at the wrong place. Tune in next week. We have a Pittsburgh preview, and I am not on it.
True though.
I told Alex 2 weeks ago. I told him 2 weeks ago, I am not going to be here next week for Pittsburgh preview.
Then why is in our agenda you have fucking teams on here?
What? I don't
What are you talking about, bro?
What
What are you talking about, man?
Teams was definitely like, oh my bad.
We're not talking about format at all.
It's World Cup.
I misread for sure. Oh
Oh,
boy.
yeah.
This series, and frankly, we are going to talk about Pittsburgh, but the solace for those who did not make Pittsburgh is they're not going to Pittsburgh to play Pokemon.
But
I
don't
did
wanna
make
go to
it.
Pittsburgh if I don't want to.
But
John, you
boy,
can
oh
still go to
boy.
Pittsburgh. You just don't have to play Pokemon.
this is,
No. I'm not going to Pittsburgh.
for the
I
last
am
several
poor.
years of this game, I think since Sun Series of 2019, every subsequent format has been less fun than the previous. Every single one. We went from Sun Series to Moon to Ultra to whatever the fuck Dynamax was. Boom, 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 boom. The
I
only
think,
time it was like okay was Series 5.
I think
was the-
I think with Dynamax formats, it kind of was like it went up and then it went back down.
Then we went
No.
boom, 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 boom.
So here's the thing. See,
And then this fucking year, and they gave us San Diego for an hour, and then they gave us whatever Reg 2 was, and then we got Tinglu, and now we're at Ursula.
Tinglu.
It's been shit for 3 years straight.
like how Ting
speaking
was
of
represented
past
in the
formats,
UFC.
while you are on that note, there's a VGC Classics Premier League that's going to be being held on Smogon. Mr. Smogon
true.
VGC didn't even mention it. But
You know what you're
so
talking
they're gonna have a
about.
pass format Premier League on Smogon. No pricing,
Yeah, I know
but
about this.
they are getting they are hosting it and going to have a bunch of past formats. And for some reason, they didn't listen to me when I said don't do Series 9. It is Series 9 and Series 11 are the two worst Dynamax formats. I will stand by that. Series 11, you said it went downhill. Series 11 was the single worst format I have played since 2016, which made me quit the game.
Series 11 is
Oh.
the single restrict.
Single
Dynamax
restricted.
allowed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
single restricted
that was
Dynamax.
That
God.
format was terrible.
That
I like
format was
Series
awful.
10.
Series 10 was
The
no
one with
Dynamax.
no dynamic. Yeah, I didn't like
What is the
Dynamax.
Yu-Gi-Oh format?
That Series 11 was the format where there was exactly one team that you could play, and then like everyone realized Players Cup 3 was actually kind of fun because it was people didn't really figure it out, and then everyone realized the only thing worth doing is Screens Venusaur, or Screens Vinelash, or Screens Residual, and then UB Slow, who is just apparently just like the greatest player of all time, figured out that like the one team that beats that team, and then the like finale of that tournament, that format was the Desafio Latam finale, and like 6 of top 8 was just the UB Slow team, which is like Gastrodon, Rotom Heat to counter team that.
Remember that?
I
And
remember
then
this.
Marco Fiero actually kind of broke that team, built the team that beat that team.
And
And
it's just not all the mons that beat Station, right? Like that was
it's just all the teams that beat Zacian Venusaur. That's all there was to it. But that format was sucked. That format really sucked. So if we're talking about going downhill, that's the one that was the worst.
So
And
my situation wasn't like entirely a line, like it wasn't just a straight line down, but it's been a decline, bro. And then we had a big bump at San Diego format, Reg A. That shit was sick. And then
yeah,
It's funny. Reggae was the only reg I didn't play at all. Uh,
that's
like
fine.
hop into Knoxville. Like that's when I started Reg B right away. Didn't touch Scarring Violet at all really.
You started the Dragapult train.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was before. I mean, when I started Knoxville, it was Reg B and then Reg C, yeah, of course. But yeah, Dragon Ball was fun, even though it was low key dog shit at first. But it was good when it worked.
Oh, we can talk
Dragon
about
Ball
that.
was all good.
Yeah, the
Why are
Terror
we
Ghost
talking about
one
the
was
format, though?
definitely. I don't know.
I thought we were supposed to not talk about the format.
It just kind of came up.
okay. Well, we're changing topics to what John said we're not going to talk about in chat because John, I think do you want to talk about it? Sounds like you know a little more.
Sure. So basically, Juicy Lucy in chat brought up a question here. I'm not sure how many people like really know about this, and I kind of like brought it up into like when it happened. But basically, Zine kind of admitted to like a couple of different things after winning the world championships. I can talk about like some of the other stuff, but the main one we're talking about here is like he admitted to match fixing in qualifying. I don't remember which circuit it was, like a little bit ago. Not this one, but he definitely admitted to like in the past, in the qualifying stages, fixing his matches so he could get into the
In 2017.
nationals stage. I think that's the year. So basically what happens every year, at least so far, this has been the case for the last several years, is that Japan plays an online ladder to qualify for their live stage event, which is nationals. Okay. So in order to do that, some players make alts, and then they queue up into their alts and they scoop to themselves, which is called match fixing. And there is a couple of people. It's pretty hard to do, but I mean, not really. Like it's
As someone who came in first place at a 168,000 person online competition in February of 2017, it's pretty tough.
To queue into
Not that I
yourself?
would know about.
queue into yourself.
I would imagine because there's 168,000.
I don't know, because
That was
this
what we
is
were
not the
giving
first time. This is not
That's
the
what we
first
were
time I've
giving
heard
out.
of someone doing this. Because
But
if
that's when we
you
were giving out the fucking legendaries or whatever. Like that, it was a
oh
pretty.
that's different. I think
Or
there's
no,
like
that
way
was
more people.
We're getting mega stones. No.
Okay, but you also got to remember that when I'm talking about the qualification thing, and at least in 2017, I think the whole Japanese ladder was separate. Like it was not a part of like an IC. It was like a separate thing for them.
So wait, I thought it was like they have the ICs to qualify for the next stage, right? And then they
In
play
the
their own
pooled
stage.
I think that's more recent because there are.
These players were in the 2017 ICs though.
Oh, were they? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
then maybe
'cause
maybe I'm a little wrong, but either way, this is not the first time I've heard of like a Japanese player doing this kind of stuff. The difference is that Zine did not get caught, but YT did. So then he was banned from TPC. Although I think he is currently unbanned now because he served his sentence or whatever.
So people
Anyway.
want him to get banned or something?
So basically, YT is a different Japanese player who was caught tampering with the results, which I mean, assumedly means he was match fixing or doing something suspect on his laddering. So he got banned by TPC for that reason, although he recently got unbanned.
I thought it was also like, all right, this is another tangent, but there was the thing that let you see what your opponent was doing before they clicked their moves, and that I thought that was also part of it.
That might be more accurate, but at least as far as my understanding went, was that he was also match fixing. But like, I could be wrong on that. All I know is that Zine didn't get caught. He fessed up to it. This is the only way Japanese players qualify to Worlds. At least, like, that's the only way they've done that for years. So understandably, a lot of Japanese players got a little upset. So they kind of like went on like a little, not a rampage, like more of like a little, what is it, protest? I don't know. Uprising? It's not really, whatever. I don't know if anything came up with that, but a lot of people were like clamoring for Zine's like cancellation, basically. I don't know what else has come out of it, but yeah. I mean, if I'm in their position also, and that's the only way I can qualify, having someone admit to them actually boosting themselves so that they take a spot guaranteed is definitely like, it's definitely like, I feel like I just get robbed because they were playing a different game than I was. Like, that's kind of what
do you
I
mean,
think.
Juicy Lucy? The reaction is Japanese players were pissed.
Yeah.
Like, the
They're-
reaction was mad. And like, what
Right.
else? What reaction would there be?
But I don't know what anything comes out of it. Zine did say that he hadn't cheated ever since then, so I don't know.
Wait, so like,
I don't know how long Japanese players hold grudges or anything, but like,
They were just mad because
were
they're like,
mad.
oh, our world
why? Wait,
champion said
why did he
didn't
admit
win.
to it? Like, was he accused of it before?
no,
That
I don't
was
think
what weirded
so.
me out. Didn't he just out himself for no
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
For
insane.
no reason? He's like, now that I've won Worlds, I can
That's-
finally get this off of my champion chest. I won. I
Yeah.
cheated.
That's that's kind of insane, actually.
I think maybe it was something more along the lines of he wanted to get it out of his system because he had always been carrying that baggage. But since he is the world champion,
Oh
he
my
kind of made the
God.
peak, so he doesn't really need to like.
That's
I
that's
mean, I
actually
don't know.
crazy.
But again, I'm not Zine. I can't speak for him.
Of
There was a
course.
couple other things that went on before that whole thing, but I haven't seen anything else since then. I was too busy touring Japan. Sorry, guys.
Sean, tell me if that's what happened.
What?
I don't want to say it out loud until you confirm that it happened.
What
Check
happened?
Discord.
For which one? Oh,
Oh,
Discord.
he.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was like
I
he
want to hear
said
about that.
but he was definitely like drunk.
I want to hear about that. What did he say?
Okay. Apparently, there was also an incident where he said something about how women were weak, but it was taken out of context, and he was also drunk at the time, underage
what?
drinking. So I don't know, but anyway, that's like
Awesome.
sort of related. Like that's the thing I am talking about with like some other things happened, but ultimately that one is like I don't really know if you can even use it for anything at the moment, but like it happened, I guess. Like I don't know the context of it though.
Interesting.
All right, we probably should stop like speculating too much.
Yeah,
if we don't
yeah.
actually know what happened.
I'm gonna say all I know. Zine made the post, was like, "Yeah, I boosted in 2017." People got mad. I don't know what happened at the end of it. So yeah, that's the whole deal.
It's a sick Pikachu trophy though. It's probably gonna break though.
Yeah, they always break.
They always break.
They always break.
No.
Oh wait, I need Discord.
We want to move on to the thing that only benefits one person in this call.
Yes, but I'm so confused because why is do you guys see the Discord thing on screen? I don't know why it's there. It's not supposed to be there.
I don't want it to
Why
stay
is
the
it
way-
covering?
I don't know.
half your-
I don't know why it's there. It's not supposed to be there. It's
Your
Is she
urgency
food?
that is based, and I like it.
now it's gone. No, it's not. What
you can
happened?
Never, you can never escape it.
I don't.
That back.
Technical issues with Tub TV.
Yeah. But problem is I have my notes on
You
here,
got-
so I
you
can't.
gotta chill now, Ozzy. Drop your DM the overlay. You're gonna reveal some shit.
My last
Throw that away.
my last 3 DMs are a friend requested Justin, which he thankfully accepted, and then asking Nails and Rajan to pay me for Japan. So that's what you're missing out on. Just so you know. Let's
Pay
see.
you in yen or pay you in dollars?
I think in dollars. I think they paid me in dollars. I don't even know if
Yeah,
Rajan
yeah.
paid me. He said he paid me. I never got confirmation. Anyways, that's we can talk about that later.
Hit the pay button on Venmo. I pressed it before.
Anyways, let's talk about the other sign up news that we had, which is that events are very small for some reason.
Oh, I did not pay you.
Oh yeah.
I thought so. It did not go through. If you did,
I keep hitting the pay button. I did it last week too.
okay, we're good. We're good. We're chilling. Again, sorry, don't have my normal setup because I am currently declined your request. Okay, I see how it is.
I'm gonna pay you separate.
Anyways, what I was gonna say is, first off, I was gonna apologize for the scuffed layout because I'm at my parents' house right now, so I don't have my full setup. But anyways, what the news from today basically was that events are really small. Pittsburgh has 432 masters. Barcelona is capped at 350 players. Excuse me. I believe Peoria. I don't know if anyone actually here registered for Peoria. Justin, do you go to Peoria? Do you know how many
yeah,
players
I
there are right now?
registered.
Can you check?
Let me check right now. I think it was also 300. Really small.
It's pretty low. Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
low.
I mean, let me find it real quick for you though. Arcan 9. Yeah, it was really small though. I got in Pittsburgh today, thankfully. But yeah, these events are
The regional champ diff.
barely. Peoria is 329.
329, and that includes some number of juniors and seniors too. For context, Pittsburgh was 48 juniors and seniors compared to 432 masters. So maybe 10% of those slots are seniors. And then on top of that, what was the other one? Brazil was 100 players total, which is also tiny.
Well,
And so just every single event base this year has basically just been capped really, really low. What we were told is that it was because of the Hori stance that the events use to connect you to LAN and then have your Switch docked while you're playing. And they ran out of those, or they're limited in those numbers. And the reason they're limited is because they were sent to a large tournament earlier this month. Obviously, only one tournament happened earlier this month, which is the World Championships, which begs a lot of questions. Firstly, why did they schedule a regional 3 weeks after Worlds if they knew that there was a chance that these stands wouldn't make it back in time? And why did they send so many stands to Worlds when you only really needed like 160, 170 for the World Championships?
Actually, it's not true, right? Because we each put a Switch on our stands.
Oh, sorry. You need
You need a
340.
stand per player. You need a stand per player. It's not like he cuts it in two. And I was doing that math earlier. So like there's a lot of points of disruption in this, like in the logistics here. There's a lot of potential spots where there are fuck ups. And I think the conclusion is that they were all fuck up. But when you're doing the math, right? So how many people do we have at San Diego? Like 900, a little less?
San Diego? San Diego is tiny.
Which one was the
San
which one was
Diego.
the
Orlando
big one?
Orlando is 780.
Orlando was the big boy.
Orlando, but we had about 800, right?
Yes.
So that's about 800 stands. And we can reasonably assume that they don't just have 800 stands, right? Because there are more signups than that. So I think we can reasonably assume that there's at least 1,000 stands, right? And how many people did we have at Worlds? We have like 370 or so,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
We have 370 or so. But you can't just send the only amount that there is because you have to plan for some stand breaking, right? Or not working. So you send some extra. So let's assume they send like about 450 over. And if there's only about 1,000 total, we probably have like 500, 550 stands. If we're regging about 450 people total, there's not that many extra stands missing, assuming we're cutting it that close.
Yeah, you also have to remember that the juniors and the seniors also use these stands.
They're part of the 370, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they? Okay.
I mean, I would assume.
But the 432 was just for masters in this tour, right?
Yeah, so I'm saying like about 500, right? So like
Yeah.
we're not actually off math-wise if we're assuming that they don't have that many more than 1,000 Hori stands.
So I was doing the math and I was like, why is it taking so long? And Yuri and Rushan said, it's not just like they're shipping it slowly, it's that it's probably a custom thing.
Okay, wait. TRE said there was 607 for all 3 divisions on day 1. So the math lines up really hard then.
It probably means there's more than 1,000.
Because if they need 650 stands.
No. The issue, it doesn't quite line up because Barcelona is also capped at 350, right? So either they also contributed some number of stands from Europe, or Barcelona is capped very low for no good reason.
Or they assume that. Do we have? I guess that's true, right? Because we have had regional weekends where we've had like a European regional at the same time.
Yes,
as a
and
US
sure.
one.
Yeah.
Listen. If they're making the claim, and I'm inclined to believe Yuri and Rushan when they say it's not a it's a customs issue, not a shipping issue. They surely can't be shipping stands back and forth between the U.S. and Europe frequently either.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably a little weird.
But so I was like, yeah, why can't they just ship it quickly? And to be fair, I did not consider customs, and I was like, okay, but they have 21 full days to clear customs. I don't believe the fact that it's double that, which is what Rushan said. I'm pretty sure he's capping about that, less than half the number of days. Maybe that's in Canada. He said he's Canadian, I think. But no, like I think I looked it up and it was like, okay, it takes up to 30 days. So like it is somewhat reasonable for it to be stuck in customs. And up to 30 days.
Let's think about what's in the stands, though, right? So I think the biggest fuck up point, personally, is the miscommunication between whatever companies were involved with respect to assigning regionals dates after communicating with like what the world state was. I think that was the most foreseeable thing because this is just not enough time if there was shipment involved. But for a stand, they also have all the wires, they have all these little things, and depending on how they have to name it or label it, they might have to be like really providing for a lot of individual components as what they're telling customs they're providing. I think the biggest fuck up is the regional date. And I think that regional date was foreseeable. And if you like 3 weeks between events, does not make any fucking sense when we have an entire tournament. We have a tournament in Japan.
Right.
I think that, yeah, no, exactly. Like people have found a bunch of like explanations, right? Like, yeah, I can believe customs can take up to a month to get through. In that case, why is this event being held this early, right? Like if you don't have enough stands to have a regional, why is it being held? And originally my first take was like, oh, like it's not just us that's getting screwed over. The organizers themselves are getting cost a lot of money in signups because TPCI doesn't have the shit together. But someone else pointed out that no, like TPCI or the VGC slots are just being reallocated to TCG, right? The organizers don't give a shit. They're getting their signups total. There's an 1872 Masters in the TCG. That's the largest, maybe one of the largest TCG regionals ever.
This is going to be the largest one so far.
And so really what's happening is, and the answer to your question, Roshan, is that VGC is still a side event in their eyes. They do not prioritize it as high as the event that actually makes them money, which is TCG. And that's why they were very happy to run an event that had fewer VGC players and more TCG players. And that's the only explanation that I can think of.
So
great.
That does mean if there's a miracle at the Hori stands, we're not getting more slots if they're already in TCG's hands.
Yes, and also that is part of why it was also why I will concede the customs point is that okay, it probably does take even if it takes under a month, 30 days is the maximum it should take. from my research, what I could find. But like, okay, if it actually takes exactly 21 days and it comes in on Friday, they don't know that it's not going to take 23 days and it's not going to be there. They can't open up last minute slots. That's just not reasonable to happen, right? So, if they hadn't gone through now, if they hadn't like high rolled their customs timing, then it does kind of make sense. They're like, okay, well, we can't just give these slots to VGC. We just have to allocate them somewhere else.
I'm of the mindset that you have a scuff tournament. And you know what? I think you have half Hori stands for the day, and then you have half on local wireless. You say that if we stress tested this enough, that half and half will probably work fine. Ditch the fucking you have to plug in your controller rule and leave it to Jesus. It'll be fine. After round 3, the people who aren't using the Hori stands don't matter anyway.
Yeah, so like that. I mean, Temporal did talk about this, and she had to, I think, judge the Portland Premier Challenge that had 150 people,
Yep.
and she
That
was saying
lovely,
that
lovely
like,
thing.
yeah, this is like 150 people. It was not working out very well. 120 people, sorry, and so, but here, okay, here's what I would say if I were just prioritizing VGC. What I would say is, hey, like, okay, 120 people is too much. Figure out the maximum capacity. You own these games. You can figure this out. You're the Pokemon company. How say Rajan, say the maximum is 80, right? Say we say, okay, we can have 80 people in one area that can do this, and after that it's like, oh my God, there's going to be disconnects. There's already disconnects. Come on, we've all played in these tournaments. There's disconnects anyways. 80 is the maximum before it gets to an unreasonable amount of disconnections, right? Put 80 people on one side of the venue, put another 80 people on the other side of the venue, right? It's a big venue. VGC does not have to be clumped up in one corner. Maybe put all the juniors and seniors on one side of the venue and make them play wireless, because there's 50 of them, and they could bump it up to 80 juniors and seniors, right? And then you've solved the problem, and then you've added 160 slots, essentially. And that's like a way to increase the number of slots to some amount. But I don't think that they are willing to go through that much of like changing up the regional procedures and all that just to accommodate 150 VGC players, when VGC is, again, really not the priority for them.
All I'm going to say is, as someone who has played a number of these post-regional PCs, because I haven't made day 2 of fucking anything, but I won the post-regional PC I played at and got second at the other, and they were all about 80, 90 people. There were no issues at all, to my understanding, to my recollection. There were no DC problems. I don't know what kind of magic, for example, the organizers were running or whatever, but like they had that shit to a science, and we were just playing this stupid dockless tournament. Even though they had all the docks available, that was kind of annoying. But we were playing this stupid little dockless tournament. It was fine. Maybe like I do not see like it's not going to go from like 0 disconnects to a bazillion. I think maybe Portland was capped, but
Portland was awful.
It's more stable than it comes across, and you can do things like give you codes or like throw in the Wi-Fi password or like whatever. Like there's ways to increase the stability. I think it's not that hard. You just say, fuck it. Some of you just have to. We played 3DS. We can do it. Some of you have to rough it up. It's okay.
The 3DS did not have many disconnects, dude. The 3DS was
but like, I'm gonna play on these stupid tablecloths, and it covered the IR, and like, big deal. It's fine.
Does the possibility of extra stands being sent for the Open before it got canceled have an effect here? Honestly, that was a fun theory that was thrown out. Shout out to Kunal. I think he mentioned it. I tweeted about it.
Yeah. I don't know how much of that is.
Where
I think it does. I don't think the math lines up for it being.
I don't really think that is correct. I feel like maybe they were thinking about an Open, and then they were like, well, we already have to ship X number of stands for the actual event, and then we have to like make sure there's enough extra stands.
I think that's
Open is whatever. But like, I feel like once they realized how much stands they would need for the Open on day 2, in addition to the ones they would need for day 2's Worlds, they were just like, yeah, maybe that's not like that reasonable to do.
I got a better conspiracy theory. I got a better conspiracy theory.
Go.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they announced the Open. They were like, yeah, we have enough stands to run the Open. And then they finalized the dates for the regionals. And they were like, oh shit, there's a chance that we don't get all the stands back in time for this regional. But like, who gives a shit? It's just VGC. Make sure we have 400 stands, but we got to cancel the Open, right? If we're going to do that. And they were like, all right, we're going to have enough to make sure this regional is sort of legitimized. But
you have those stands for the Open. Well,
like they were like, we know this is a possibility.
Hold on.
We're going to run this in anyways. It wasn't a surprise to them. That's my conspiracy theory.
The Yokohama Open's registration limit was their number of stands minus their day 2 players. That's kind of BS because we had those stands. It was like 250 people for the Yokohama Open or something stupid, right?
Yeah, TRE also brings up a good point. Is that the TCG Open also got canceled? So it's like they wouldn't have canceled that if they only had VGC problems, right?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if they canceled the VG Open and not the TCG Open?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a whole can of beans.
Bro, we are a side event, but no, the Doc's probably nothing to do with the Open. As much as it's fun, it's extremely funny to think about the line where they ship shit to the Yokohama Open. It didn't get there in time. They canceled the Yokohama Open. They tried to send it back. It didn't get back in time, and they canceled Pittsburgh because of it. Basically, like that's a sick line. It just didn't happen.
Yeah.
But that being said, Rajan, Justin, you guys both got into to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Somehow.
I did a customs line on the way back from Japan. I just landed.
Yeah, I was there.
I had a 20-minute window. It was on my phone in the customs line with Adi. And we were just in, and I got it.
Yeah, the first wave I'd missed. I was still asleep. I was in Japan.
Speaking of the customs line, Rajan and I were in the line. Rajan goes up first, and he tells the customs agent, "Yeah, like I bought like $2,500 worth of stuff in Japan." And so they lock up his passport, and they're like, "Yo, you got to get your bags checked. You have too much shit."
They did like passport. They had passport jail. I didn't even know about
it. Wait. So you got to the guy and said, "I bought this much tax."
No, I was stupid for sure because the guy tricked me, and he was sweet talking me and talking about like value of goods and whatever.
Nah, bro, nah.
That's crazy.
He did not sweet talk me at all. I had the same customs agent, and he was just like, "Yeah, did you buy stuff? How much stuff did you buy?" That's it. That's all he asked.
Would not leave me alone. And then as a lawyer, I don't do very good under pressure.
Oh my god. Is that the opposite of what's supposed to happen?
I got ruined by the customs agent. It's like, all right, sick, here's your passport. And it's just in passport jail. I didn't even know they had passport jail. But it was in a lockbox. It's like, all right, go grab your shit and go over there.
Dude, my customs experience was so smooth. I went up to the guy, handed him a passport. He was like, all right, I need a picture of you. He took my picture. I got my passport. I got my bags.
That's how it happened to me too.
There.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Unless you're stupid.
That's how it works.
That's it. That's all that happens, bro.
Yeah, I don't remember being that hard for me either.
Might be motivated. Man, there are 4 people of color on this podcast, and 3 of us got through. I don't know if race is a factor.
Was racist against handsome people.
Wow.
I got fucking owned. I don't think Yokohama Open had anything to do with the docs. I think probably the biggest fuck up was communication between TPC, TPCI, and what's going on when they're setting up the regional states. And then they're like, this was a foreseeable problem if you're involved with events logistics, and when you're involved with like setting this shit up, it should have been a foreseeable problem. And I just think that I just think the hamster stopped moving when it came to docs.
Yeah, like you gotta think about when they organize or like they would announce the regional set. They're like, okay, here we have a regional in Pittsburgh in September. That was probably scheduled like
It had to be months prior.
months ahead ago, right? And so if you knew, if you're the planner or the person running like the dock or who's in charge of the docks, and you get to like, hopefully they share this information with you. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's a communication issue, like you said. But like, if you are in charge of this information, then you should have the foresight to be like, okay, we can have some docks sent to Japan, but we need those docks back for this regional. So we need this and this to happen. And then that didn't happen. So now we're in this situation where we have low caps, at least for the September ones. I don't know if it'll continue to be that way for the rest of the year.
Probably get more Peoria signups. For anyone that
hope it's
signed up for
better.
Peoria, we're probably okay. We will probably get these. We'll probably get the Hori stands back, and you'll probably get a wave of signups about 2 weeks before the event.
Okay, but that sucks because Peoria is way harder to get to than Pittsburgh, right? So like you really got to make plans for Peoria ahead of time. Pittsburgh, you can just 2 days ahead of time you can drive there. If you're basically anywhere in the area that Pittsburgh would normally, the people who could go to Pittsburgh could drive there pretty easily. Peoria is like
driven to this, and he's still just going.
I also got to say there's no reason to schedule a trip to Peoria if you're not playing because there's nothing to do in that city.
Or just period. There's no reason to schedule a trip to Peoria.
Yeah, I don't even know why I signed up for Peoria.
What?
I got
no. I know why you signed it to Peoria, and it has something to do with our next topic.
Get there in a second. Is event planning and logistics, and these events are giant, have a ton of moving parts, and I want to just clown on everyone and say that this was like a massive fuck up on everyone's end. I think it's more of a communication fuck up.
Yeah.
In addition to like on all parts, I think it was a communication fuck up when they were scheduling the regional in like January and putting the bids out and thinking about how it relates to like logistics and shipping for Worlds, because they knew the Worlds date, they knew the Worlds location, they knew what that would entail, blah blah blah. I think it was a communication fuck up by not giving that information to the consumers ahead of time. I think it was a communication fuck up to find out like 2 weeks before the event that like actually nobody can go, right? Like it was just communication fuck ups the whole time.
I stand by the fact that I think this is malicious. I think that here's what happened. I think that you bid on your regional, you bid on your dates. They bid on Pittsburgh, and they said, we want it to be the first regional of the year because the first regional of the year is always one of the biggest events. It gets more people than any other event because people are excited. They want to kick off their season strong. Pittsburgh could have been whenever, but Pittsburgh in September is going to have more people than Pittsburgh in February. That's just the fact. And so they said, and PPCI probably said, hey, like we have to ship a bunch of stands over to Japan. There's a chance that you don't get them, and you're going to have a lower number for VGC. And they said, oh, good. That means more TCG players who are the people who actually like buy stuff from vendors, who are like the people who like actually spend money at events, who play inside events. This is a good thing for our event, for our bottom line. I think that's the logic. They knew that there was a chance that would happen. I don't think they are that stupid that they didn't foresee this as a possibility. And I think they said that the possibility of this happens is definitely worth it for them because it actually ends up benefiting the organizer in that they're still going to fill the slots with TCG players, and TCG players spend more money at events.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like I don't know. I mean, it's a take, but it's like
it's a take.
Listen, it wouldn't be top takes if I wasn't giving out my hot takes.
Yeah. I mean, like even like the Overlord Twitter, and they're kind of being it's like, oh, we got all these spots available, and it's like, oh wait, we can't tell you guys to like last minute. It's like, oh yeah, we got 30 spots available, and it's like, I don't know. I mean, the way to say it, like it seems like they don't like we don't like it's kind of like a lesser priority in a sense. Like that's what I'm getting. That's how I'm feeling, sort of.
I do think the like we don't know how many slots are available was like, hey, if this gets through customs by this day, then we will have the slots available, and if not, then sorry, we have 30 slots. And they were just like hoping that, or like waiting to find out whether it would get through customs first before committing to a number. Because I don't think they released the number of TCG slots either. And if you sum up the TCG and BGC slots available, that's probably the actual space that they had left in the event.
Yeah.
Play outside, bro. Well,
Anyways,
it sucks. It does blow, and it really does take a lot of sting out of all the positive things. And there have been positive changes to the circuit for this coming year. We've discussed them on previous. I haven't, so I haven't been doing shit. But it's been
because
discussed.
you don't have to worry about making money. Don't worry, Rajan.
True.
Like I said originally, only one person on this call is benefiting by the next announcement.
And it's me.
This name is John Hill.
What's up?
I do want to point out
regional.
before we move on to the next topic, I do want to point out this is not a distinctly North American problem. Again, we are speculating that Peoria will have more slots announced at some point. Almost certainly have more slots announced. Hopefully a full run of it, so you can get the 800 people or whatever. But Barcelona is also capped at 350 players, which is very, very small for a European event, and that's also surprising because they could, again, VGC is very popular. And then also the Brazilian regional was capped at 100 players, which is a travesty given that the last Brazilian regional of the year hit day 2. It was like 250, 300 players, which is huge for LATAM. So it sucks that they are not getting a chance to have those bigger regionals when they do actually have the player base and the ability to grow into those sizes. So it's not just people from the northeastern United States. Like kind of everyone's getting screwed over all around the world.
Yeah.
Again, it kind of boils down to like the origins of VGC. Where the side event, because the trading card game is the one that's usually considered the main event.
Well, no, but also it's literally just like a profitability thing, right? Like
I know. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is like there's more growth and like more money coming in from the TCG side, and VGC players. We get our game, and we're pretty satisfied with our one game, and we don't really need to buy anything from the vendors.
That's not true. We need Legends Arceus. We need Pokemon Home.
Right.
Okay, but do you see the vendors selling those things? No.
Okay. Now hear me out. Say they want to make money on VGC players. I'm going full bench up here right now. Say they want to make money on VGC players. How do they do it? Let's consider the possibility that they need to make money off VGC players.
It's easy.
It's easy.
They hire a shiny hunter.
You hire exactly. Someone start like a shiny hunting company. Just like say, okay, come to me on Friday, and I have this stockpile of legitimate Pokemon that I can get to you on a moment's notice, right?
No, fuck that. In game, you just have an NPC that says for $5 IRL, I will let I'll let you customize this mod.
$5, you can play Pokemon Showdown in the game.
Microtransactions, and I'm spending $30 a region.
That's crazy.
That's value, bro. That's value.
The NPC microtransactions, like what mod do you want and how?
That's great.
Fucking free.
By the way, apparently multiple people have like DM'd Alex or DM'd like people adjacent asking like, does Adi really believe the stuff that he's saying on Top Takes? And like,
He does.
I know it's out there. I am intentionally throwing out like the craziest theories I can think of that might plausibly be true. I know that 90% of the time it's not right.
Right? Go get your tinfoil hat.
No, he's so right.
Sometimes he's going to see the most chaotic outcome.
Tinfoil hat has a helicopter motor. It's awesome.
You gotta stick with your gut, man. What you say out there, you gotta stick with it.
Anyways, we're getting more money. If you were lucky enough to sign up for the tournament, and if you're good enough, unlikely to do well at the tournament, you're gonna make bank.
Okay, hold up. I'm pulling up the last 3 links, and then we can close Discord for good.
Get rid of this shit.
Discord mucking up the overlay once again.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. It's not even on this. Like, I have the overlay on my monitor, or the monitor is just the only thing that should be. No, I'm so confused.
The best part too was the logo that gave you a hat had nothing to do with anything. It was just our fucking Japan server. It was just
it was.
that hat logo purchased from the Japan server.
Okay. So I guess moving on to the next topic, we want to talk about the changes to the VGC circuit. And so they announced that there were going to be a bunch of different. Oh shit! I did not pull it up. Here we go. Pulling it up.
You just your DMs again.
They announced a bunch of changes to I'm reading the comments at the same time. They announced a bunch of changes to the VGC circuit. This was like Wednesday or something, so just after the top takes went up as per usual. And so they announced a bunch of different changes. The first is that they announced a prize pool adjustment, and so VGC is and also TCG and also Go, for what it's worth, are making a ton more money from events. I believe regional winners are making $6,000 for winning a regional. And the prize pool does go down. So it used to be $250 for top 16. Usually now it's $750, so it's a 3x increase almost across the board. And Internet's got an even bigger prize payout.
It doesn't, right?
What?
What's up?
It doesn't go down to top 32.
No,
It does
and
not go to top 32.
that is something that I have a conspiracy theory about as well. But we'll get to that. And also, Internet's the prize money is now $15,000 for winning, which I believe previously was $5,000. I want to say.
It was
Sounds
5,000. It was 10,000 for Worlds.
That's insane.
And what the crazy part is really like it used to be $250 for top 32. Now it's $2,000 for top 32. So even like just an okay performance 800 players is a lot harder to do, but like a pretty good performance at Internats is going to net you a lot of money. And I think it's going to make a lot more people decide to travel to Brazil.
One of them, right? Like it's not actually that hard.
Yeah, you got top 64. You have to win 2 more games, right? Something like that. Like, it's not easy, right? But like, it
to make day 2 like top 32 half the time is going 7-2 and then winning 3 sets. So it's like 10-4 overall. It's not that good. It's not that good.
10-4 with good res. Not all 10-4s will make it. At Brazil, all 10-4 should make it. At other internets, no. Which is like still like the thing is like now I think my math was like if you're spending $1,000 to get to London from the East Coast, and you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting top 32, which a player like Justin has way better chance of getting than 1 in 4 of getting top 32 at one of these events, then you're breaking even. Much less, not even considering the fact that you could do better than that, right? And so I think like a lot of all of a sudden now, just because like an okay performance gets you so much money, I think a lot of top players are going to suddenly just be traveling to Internets, even if there's no day 2 race. There's suddenly incentive for it.
Martin wasn't going to go to shit, and then he's like, all right, I'm going to everything.
Yeah, I only went to 1 Nats last year, so I do want to like try to go to as many as possible.
Are you planning on going to Brazil?
Yeah, I think I think Brazil would be cool. I've been to Brazil, and I don't know when it is. I got to date, but it should be reasonable to go to. I feel reasonable enough.
I was looking at it from Texas, and it's like again, it's about $1,000 round trip. Same for London, and I'm like, yeah, like again, I need a 1 in 4 chance to make top 32, and in Brazil, I think I have a higher chance of getting top 32 than I do in London. I don't know exactly what my odds would look like. Not to mention a top 16 performance would just suddenly boost that even more. So again, I really do think that like these internets suddenly feel like international championships now because every good player really should try to go. And then we're going to see actually EUIC has LASC has a bar of 300 players. Sorry, shit sucks to suck. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, right?
Yeah.
I want to see the Pogo CP point bars.
You want to see the Pogo CP point bars? 500. Get 500 points.
What do you have to get? Like what? How do you get points at Pogo regionals?
I think it's the same. I don't actually know.
It's the same payout.
Guys, yeah, the prize pool just went up because they killed
It's the same. It's the same payout structure for CP.
Prize pool went up because they killed Oceania.
That's
Oceania
not really true.
I don't think that's true.
Not, but it's also fun to say.
It's fun to say even if you don't believe in it, right?
But we should talk about that because you mentioned it, and also someone in chat mentioned it. There are, first off, three internets, not four this year. LAIC in Sao Paulo, as per usual. EUIC in London. I really hope they change that. London seems kind of boring. Already had Worlds there. Anyways, EUIC in London. NAIC in New Orleans, which we could talk about in a second. And then finally, they talked about why they cut the Oceania Championships. I'm going to read this out loud. The international championships were introduced in the 2017 season and were designed around the sizes of our four major rating zones at the time: Europe, Latin America, North America, and Oceania. Following the restructuring of the Oceania rating zone in 2020, which was, of course, TPCI annexing all of Southeast Asia, that region was split into two smaller rating zones, Asia Pacific and Oceania. Since then, we have been assessing how we can best serve our global player base, and we have made the difficult decision to remove the Oceania International Championships from our circuit. They still do have regionals. They still have travel awards to other internets, so we will still see the top Australian players at some internets. But obviously sucks for Australia. The joke that Gavin was making was that they saw the results of last year's Oceania internets, and they decided it's just cheaper to hold a regional in LA. So, I mean, I understand the reasoning for it. It does really suck for Oceania players, but it had such a huge impact on the Travel Award race, the day 2 race, or like now I guess the buy race, the stipend race, that for the rest of the world, where it just meant that you had to go to that event. And if you it was like 6 or 7 of the top 8 in North America got points at that event, right? You just had to go to that event to get your day 2 invite, right? I mean, Justin knows about this better than anyone because you had a crazy season, but you didn't go to Oceania, so get fucked, like.
My bad. Oceania started before Knoxville too, so.
Or like
Yeah.
Luca Paz had the same thing happen to him, where he won a regional and was like, well, shit, it's too late for me to go to Australia. I guess I'm not in the day 2 race, even though I won the second regional of the year.
Yeah.
So it was very silly that it was that important in deciding so much of how the season went.
Yeah.
But not only did they kill day 2, but they also killed the most important event for day 2.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
But they didn't kill. They are gonna have they will still have travel awards to Worlds or whatever, right? They just cut day 2. But considering the increase in prizes for events, if you are at the point where you are able to qualify or get a travel award for Worlds, you probably had enough prize money up until that point to just fucking fund the trip, and it's fine. So, yeah, Joe X9 is here. Joe, how do you feel tripling your bank account this season?
I will say the Oceania bar for Worlds has gone up, and this is again maybe the most accessible Worlds that they've had for Oceania. And so I really hope that they announce a bunch of special events and stuff for the Oceania region, right? I hope they have the New Zealand Open again. I hope they have a couple more regionals, because otherwise it's going to be really, really difficult for those players to actually get to Worlds. And Worlds being in Hawaii is very, very convenient for them, because that is probably the shortest possible flight for them.
They have Hori stands in Australia?
I don't think so. I think Alyssa was saying that they were hosted not on stands. Yeah. Australia had wireless.
Yeah, so then they could just do that, right? Wait, was the OCIC wireless, or was it on stands?
OCIC was on stands.
Because the Wi-Fi down under is better.
But I think their events are small enough where they can handle wireless with the amount of people. Because I feel like most people are not going to fly to Australia for a regional or a special event.
Joe, you flying to Australia for a regional or a special event?
Yeah, I'm saying Joe's in the chat.
Where's Zach at? There's only 2 people I can think of who would fly to Australia for a regional, and it's Joe and Zach.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you win the regional, get 6K. I mean, Taran won a regional in Australia, right? He might do it again. Okay. So that's I don't know. Do y'all have more to say about Oceania?
Not particularly,
RIP.
other than that I was gonna go to that one because I'm gonna be living in Japan. Spoilers.
Whoa.
Next season, so I'm not competing in the TPCI circuit. But I would have tried to make it to OCIC dates and everything pending because it's like the most accessible to me in Japan. And I also know that a lot of Japanese players go to MCIC because like that's an affordable, like relatively speaking, affordable tour that's being run by TPCI, and they also can still get the pricing out of it. They just don't really get anything from the championship point side. If that makes any sense.
Mhm.
But like, yeah. So since it doesn't exist anymore, I'm just like, well, at least my wallet will be happy because I don't have to worry about
You have
booking a
to
flight.
go 1 and 4, top
But-
32, whatever. You're gonna go crazy.
Yeah, but I'm kind of sad because like I was like, man, I wish I could have gone to Australia once for that. Although maybe there's like an opportunity for that sometime later, not necessarily like this year or whatever. But
Just keeps hyping up Melbourne. Just go on a trip with him.
could be. Other than that, just want to comment on like the pricing update. This is like a very similar situation happened. Like, I think Raga was talking about it. Like, he wants 20K now because like he did really well at internets, right? But I think when I broke out in 2014, there was no cash pricing at all. So like, I got a box or 2 boxes of cards and like a bunch of other swag that is worth something maybe. And then 2015 was the year they started announcing like, okay, now we're going to offer cash prizes. And I was like, damn, if I had waited a year to top 4 Nats, I could have got some money. But it's all right. Like, this is going to happen with the growth of the game and everything. So all I can really say is like, just be more thoughtful about like planning. Can you expect to get more money or make your money back or whatever your plans are? And if you can, like if you feel like you got a good shop, you might as well just do it. Worst case scenario is you get like a nice little small vacation to wherever you're going, assuming it's a good place anyway. And
Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne.
And otherwise, you're like making bank off of it, So I didn't have sure cold. Bro, why do people think I have
that's
Sure
why
Cold?
Justin's going to Peoria. He only does well at regionals in shitty locations.
Yeah. No, I was actually, yeah, my friend jokes about that too. We always go like the middle of nowhere for these regionals. Ignore Fresno though. But besides that, for the most part, yeah, middle of nowhere is kind of nice.
Did you get a trophy in 2014?
I do have a trophy, yeah. So I am one of the people who can claim that I have like a. It's not like a trophy. It's like a bigger brick. Does that make sense?
I'd like to see it. Let's
A
see
big
it.
brick.
Okay, I'll go find it. You guys keep talking.
Oh, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go show that off. Oh, no doubt. You asked.
Take it with him to Japan.
So I guess I don't. Again, I do feel bad for the Oceania players. I think that's probably better for the rest of the world. Not going to talk too much more about it. But the other big news for North American players, at least, and honestly for everyone else in the world. Ooh, that is a cool trophy.
God, that is cool.
Big brick. It
That is a
says
big brick.
semifinalist 2014.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, I'm a fan.
Joe, if you
Oh,
think
no.
Fresno is the worst location you've been to, just wait till you go to Peoria.
Dang, you don't have one
No.
of those.
But Joe, Fort Wayne was pretty bad too when we were there, man. Like when I stayed extra day with him, it was a wasteland on Monday, bro. No one was there.
It's
Nothing was open. We had to drive to Applebee's like 20 minutes away.
Oh no, the 20-minute away Applebee's, bro.
Dude, no, because everything was closed.
wait, why did you guys fly directly to Fort Wayne?
No, it didn't fly. I drove to Fort Wayne, but like I stayed an extra day because I was tired, and my friend was a driver, and who's his mom was like, don't come back right away, just stay an extra day. I was like, oh okay. So we stayed an extra day, and it was a wasteland.
Okay, but you could have drove into Indianapolis and just like stayed there and like seen like a somewhat cool city.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
Indianapolis.
Somewhat cool. I think you mean
Somewhat
take away-
cool.
I think you need to take away the cool part and just say it's a somewhat city.
It's a city. It's definitely one of the cities of all time.
Yeah, that I
Yeah.
will agree with for sure.
We just have a raw indie regional this year, right? Not Fort
You
Wayne.
do have, we do have a. See, this is why I'm like, dang, I'm glad I don't have to compete in the circuit, so I have to deal with these like low caps and everything. And then I'm like, dang, I wish I could compete in the circuit because there's like a bunch of convenient regionals that I could go to, and also the pricing was increased. But
Honey, are we staying
Alright.
at your? Are we flying to your parents' house for Indians staying there?
So that's the
No.
thing. You did that when I was like living with my parents.
Yeah,
This
we
is
can fly in for the event.
this is the same weekend, which means it's also my birthday weekend once again. So I am considering it. Like, do I want to go to indie regionals?
Only
and-
book. Only booking if I can eat your mom's cooking.
If I don't even, so, okay. Last time what we did was we had to drive like an hour and a half to the regional, which kind of sucked. Not that I wasn't going to do that for San Antonio until someone mentioned the Spurs game is happening the Friday night of San Antonio, and now I'm driving down a day early. But maybe, I don't know. It's in May. I haven't thought about it yet. We'll see how the season goes.
If I can eat Mama Supermanian's cooking.
Mama Supermanian. I don't know. I think the last time we had an indie regional was when me and Rajan were fiending with Lugia. So
Yep.
would have been nice to have been back.
That's my white whale, dude. That's the regional I should have won. Alex.
No. That's the regional you stopped Lugia from cutting to.
I did.
Whatever.
In my defense, I had a pretty good resistance for. I faced fucking Paul Chu around one. Man, I should have cut that regional.
Don should have cut that regional.
Yeah, if he didn't. Turns out that was the Cali Ice regional, dude. Cali Ice had 6 of the top 18 slots at that regional. And you had no matchup in the Cali Ice. You had no business cutting that regional.
There was a mix up, but it wasn't a good one.
We had Umbreon, right?
I think so.
We had options. We didn't have
good
great options. We just had options. No, I ended up using Regieleki because that was like the most broken way to apply pressure turn 1. I was like, okay.
Have Umbreon?
Okay.
I don't remember if we have an
Now,
Umbreon. Anyway.
Moving on. Let's talk about the next topic. What?
There's no more topics.
Yep. Okay, we got to talk about NAIC.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We haven't. NAIC has a new location. It's in New Orleans, as they say.
That's pretty ball.
New Orleans.
I was planning with my girlfriend before COVID started, so like March 2020, we were gonna go to New Orleans. And then when I told her that they moved Nats to New Orleans, and she's like, "You're just going without me now?" I got in trouble.
Are you going without her, or is she coming along?
Oh, are you going with her or without her?
No, I'm still going without her, but
That's insane.
Crazy, bro.
I didn't want to go.
What do you, dude? You're gonna play on Friday and have the whole weekend to spend with her.
No,
That's true.
People are gonna play on Friday and have a whole weekend to spend with her.
That's fine. I can spend a whole weekend with your girlfriend.
Whoa. Oh yeah, North Market. That was good.
That's okay. New Orleans is like probably way more culturally.
Fuck Columbus. Not sad about losing out
Justin,
on that city at all.
you've had one Columbus experience. We've had like 5. It's
Oh, my
time.
bad.
It's done.
It's
The third time you go to
Okay,
Columbus,
okay.
you're like, okay, I never need to come back to Columbus in my life.
Okay, that's fair.
No.
That's fair.
What I will say is we lost Columbus. We have a 400-person Pittsburgh. The East Coast got fucked this year.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know how happy I am to have a second event within driving distance? This is within an 8-hour drive. I have 2 events within an 8-hour drive of me. Don't get like
You live at the very bottom of the country.
Yeah, that's your choice, bro.
Yeah, that is your choice.
let me pull up the regional map. Where's that guy? I tweeted it. There was a fantastic map of like how close every event was. Was it last year or this year? I forget. But yeah,
I don't know,
like
man. All I know is that the East Coast got super screwed this year. West
They did,
Coast
they
be
did.
thriving though.
look at
West
this, look
Coast
at this
is
map.
eating
Look
so
at this map.
West Coast be
has
thriving.
8 regionals,
Yeah.
the world, you're going nuts. Hawaii's in the West Coast, right?
What do you look at this map
Ohio's
again?
in the West
What do you mean the East Coast got screwed? How's the East Coast the region that's getting screwed here?
What? What are you talking about?
Like Pittsburgh's
we
the
have
most like
Pittsburgh, and there's 100 people at that tournament.
Pittsburgh and Charlotte and
We do have Charlotte. I forgot about that one.
And
I mean,
Toronto
I drove.
and Orlando is East Coast. And you can't say, oh no, it's not East Coast. It's $100 round trip flight, and you know it.
Okay, but it's Orlando.
I'm not saying it's a good. Listen, hey, the Midwest has to go to Peoria, okay? Like, you don't get
I'm
good
going to
locations.
Peoria.
Listen, if I had to choose Peoria and Orlando, one of them I'm probably not gonna die in. So I think that's a better
Orlando.
one.
February? No. When is it?
It's
What is
it.
the
I think it's
weekend
February,
for?
right? I don't actually know.
Orlando.
Oh, hold up. I think it's
Gotta
here.
see.
Um,
I'm going to esportsillustrated.com to find
it's
the regional
April.
schedule.
It's in April.
Just
What
fly on
date?
Spirit and everything's
April
cheap.
12th
That's
to
wild,
14th.
man.
All right, let's see. What are my flights like? Orlando.
Yeah,
It's a
Joe,
little too early to book flights for April, but
Checking now.
See, the only time I've gotten a flight on a budget airline, that flight got canceled. So I don't think I trust budget airlines anymore.
you did in
Which-
fact miss Orlando.
Yeah, which was actually a blessing in disguise because I don't think I actually wanted to go to that tournament. But yeah, it kind of sucks. I did not get the refund either since they closed that. Also,
Shit, you got fucked.
Honestly,
yeah, I got turbo.
looking at Orlando flights in August for April, when there's no flights announced yet, it's still $250 round. All right, I'm going to Orlando.
Dude, my Orlando, I booked it like 4 months in advance or something stupid like that last year. And I was like $200 round trip to a regional. That's like with perfect timing. So like fly out Friday night, fly back Sunday night. I don't have to miss any work. I was like, damn, that is perfect. $200. I got to book it. And then I kept seeing the price go down and down and down. Arsenal booked it for like $150, the same flights. And I was like, and then it got to $100. And I was just like, okay,
Whoa.
I am canceling these flights. I'm going to argue at Spirit until I get a refund. And then I'm going to rebook it for $100. And I got the refund too. So yeah, no, it was like $100 round trip for me. Orlando is super cheap to fly to.
Kind of nerd that buys health or that buys flight and I was gonna say health.
Nah, I didn't.
Buys
No.
Flight insurance.
Okay, that was a funny story because they were like, no, we can't refund you because the flight has to be delayed or change times by like more than an hour. I think maybe 2 hours. I forget exactly what they said. And like, oh yeah, but it hasn't. And I was like, yes, it has. The flight departure time hadn't, but the arrival time had. Was like 1 minute over their limit. And I was like, listen, I got you. You said that. It's 1 minute over what you said. You got to give me the refund. And so they gave me flight credit. And then I never used the flight credit. So really I paid full value for the flight.
You're stupid, man.
Yeah. But I really, I won that interaction, ignoring the fact that, they
You
got their
won
full
the
$200.
interaction. You didn't actually get the money though.
And I wasted an hour on
Dang.
the phone to Spirit, Really a win-win.
A win-win.
Story
He
is
says,
fine.
I think it's more like a win-loss.
The East Coast is fine, and we're just like the thing that we're known for in the East Coast is complaining.
True.
Oh, yeah.
That is what we're known for.
We got a lot of Karens.
We
I
have
am-
like the Lincoln Memorial and a lot of complaining.
I am just looking at this map and looking at where I live right next to this dot and thinking, man, y'all have so many events close by.
You live in a stupid location. That's your fault.
Well, okay, for what it's worth, I do live right in the middle of the country, which means I can fly to LA and Portland and Vancouver and Orlando and well, I'm not going to Toronto, but like I can just fly to all of these. Plus, I can go to Mexico and get their win their 100-person regionals and get my $6,000.
You're not winning a 100% regional.
I know, because Joe's flying out to Mexico too, and he's going to win the regional. But
Joe is in fact 100% regional.
Um,
Joe is winning every 100% regional. You find a regional within $1,000. Joe is there hustling.
No, he could have Portland. That's all he needs.
I know. Well, I was just looking at flights for Portland, and I was like, why would I go to Portland when Joe's just going to win anyways?
Exactly.
Because Portland's a nice city.
No, I actually do want to go to Portland. It was not on my list originally, but like, I was looking at flights. They're pretty cheap, and it's a fun city. So I haven't been there yet. So, what were we talking about?
Portland.
I don't remember.
I
We're
like
talking about
Portland.
regionals.
New Orleans.
We were talking for. Yeah, we were
talking
talking
about
NIC
New Orleans.
too.
Yeah.
So-
If any of us went to Portland, we would be the only person of our respective skin colors there.
What do you mean? Rockup's going to Portland.
It'll be the only. It's just our group. It is the whitest city I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yes.
Never been Portland.
Oh, it's pretty white.
You haven't.
No.
They have a cool bookstore though.
They do. I've been in there. It's like really large, and they have like
Look at that.
everything imaginable.
Bunch of us got conveyor belt sushi, and they just said the conveyor belt's full, and we didn't get
That's
the conveyor
cool.
sushi.
If I bring
Okay.
my freedom hat to Portland, will I fit in?
What?
My freedom hat I got from Knoxville. It's my
Your
favorite.
freedom hat?
The
You
freedom
Go
hat.
don't, you don't know the freedom hat?
Yeah,
Go get-
he's got the hat with freedom on it.
It's free. Look at yours. Get the freedom hat.
Yeah.
Wait, I actually have
Anyways.
been to Wyoming before. I've got a story
That's
about
crazy.
Wyoming, but I can't tell it on stream.
Never been to Wyoming.
Neither have I.
It's
Tell your Wyoming story, bro. We have no more topics.
no. Like it's not stream appropriate.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Ask me in person.
Everyone, cover your ears. Everyone in chat, cover your ears so I can tell the story. Hands up when your ears are covered.
We
Nope.
will be editing the VOD.
No. Russian, you're a lawyer, right? What's the statute of limitations?
Just in general,
Yeah.
just these statues, not a specific, not a crime. Oh, you committed crimes in Wyoming. I get it now. Ah,
No,
he's a criminal.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
Anyways, it's exactly 1 day less than the day you committed the crime and today's date.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, anyways, let's go to New Orleans, another place where I might be committing
New
crimes.
Orleans
We'll
would be
see.
fun, though. Anyone else want to have like a crawfish boil between rounds? That sounds awesome.
Okay, so
Between rounds?
you know that you can
Yeah,
hold a parade in New Orleans, right? You just have to it's
Crawfish boil? Boil? I don't know what it's actually called. I'm pretty sheltered, but
So I think that New Orleans, I asked some friends about New Orleans, and here's what I was told. First off, Bourbon Street, very fun, very smelly. Expect a lot of homeless people,
it's called a urine, isn't it?
a lot of puke. Try not to step in puke. You might just do it anyways. Try not to puke, but if you do, like, hey, you're in the right place.
Cody gets fucked that regional weekend or that weekend.
My friend who was there was like,
Dave,
there were a lot of creepy people there, so like,
Oh.
be kind of like mentally prepared for that, for especially if you're a woman, like mentally prepared for creeps. I don't know, like, but also it seems like just a fun place to be in general, as far as like drinking on the street.
yeah, but that leads to the puke that you told us not to do.
Yeah. As far as like food goes, there's a lot of good food in New Orleans, which is maybe the part that I'm most excited about.
That's what I'm gonna keep up.
I'm so excited for all the good food. I'm gonna pig the fuck out while I'm there. Roshan and I we're going on a gastronomical adventure.
I'm there for it, bro. I have decided that, and I'm gonna say it. I miss Japan really bad because I did not extract as much value out of out of that trip. Like,
Yeah, because you
what was
weren't walking
really
fast
cool-
enough.
Ooh.
But what was really
Gotta pick
cool
up the pace, baby. Gotta pick up the pace.
was an international trip with all my friends, right? But the problem with the international trip with all my friends is I didn't get to just go to every restaurant I wanted to go to.
Yep. That sounds about right.
And I feel like I'm probably gonna just like go back one day with my dad, hopefully, and just eat a lot more everything. But
That's
moral of the
fair.
story is Louisiana's gonna be awesome.
Wait, what food do they have there?
Don't
In
want to
New
live there.
Orleans? New Orleans
Yeah.
is like soul food and southern food.
And seafood.
So like
They've got a lot
seafood.
of Caribbean food. They've got a lot of French food or French influence.
Cajun style cooking.
Cajun style cooking.
All that stuff. It's good
Nice.
stuff. Unfortunately,
Right.
I don't eat seafood. So the seafood part is lost on me. But
Oh man.
I say that, but I did eat seafood in Japan and it was great. So, maybe it's just I live in the Midwest, so I think seafood is shit.
I think that's
I are gonna
probably
go on
it.
several dates that weekend.
Fair.
Yeah, no. I've gotten some advice already, and I'm gonna ask to get the list before I go. But yeah, no. New Orleans, very, very good for food. Also, you can throw a parade there. You just have to register it a couple days ahead of time. So I've already committed. I'm gonna throw a parade on Sunday for whoever wins Nats. Don't know who's gonna be, but we're holding a parade in your honor, and I hope you can attend.
That's amazing.
How expensive is this parade you're throwing?
I don't know. I got to look it up. In fact, we're gonna do it together. Throw a parade in New Orleans.
Have you put the down payment in already?
Okay, Fromers.com. You would never lie to me, right? I will accept any third party.
Go to Yelp. They use not Yelp. What the fuck? Bing. Bing uses ChatGPT now.
What?
Okay. It looks like it costs about $600.
Hey, it's not bad.
Bro.
Pretty good actually.
We can crowdsource that. We're gonna once your permit is approved and you have to hire a band. So maybe a few $100s for that. Maybe about $1,000 total. No worries, because I'm sure whoever wins NAIC will be happy to foot the bill for their parade in their honor.
You want to have a tub parade?
A tub parade? No, it's gotta be for the winner of nationals.
Which is gonna be part of Tub.
Which is gonna be like Rocket or something.
Yeah, true.
And then you want to hire a band to lead your parade. Of course, that's going to be, a couple $100s. And then the party begins. Show up with your friends and family. Get ready for a day you'll never forget as you strut through the streets of New Orleans, drinking and dancing while random onlookers join your parade and party alongside you.
VGC parade's crazy.
We're going to have the VGC parade. We can crowdsource it. I don't know if I'm willing to drop 1,000 on my own, but we'll make it happen.
It could be the first ever VGC parade. I don't think has there ever been one before.
John, you've been around forever.
What am I doing now?
Has there ever
been
parade?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I mean, the two people I think might have gotten a parade for them are Paul Ruiz when he won Worlds and Sejin Park when he won Worlds. I feel like those are the two countries that would have thrown a parade for someone winning Worlds.
Maybe, but I don't know. I don't think I've heard of it or seen any news outlets about that. So I feel like the answer is no. I don't think anyone has thrown a parade for VGC.
This will be the first.
No, they did a parade.
Really?
For sure.
For himself winning an event?
Oh, for himself, no. But I thought him winning was like a fucking national holiday.
I'm pretty sure it's big, but
Yeah, I don't know if it got a parade.
I'm gonna Google Sejin Park
parade.
parade. Oh, it got canceled.
No.
Okay, so it sounds like there was one, but it did not go through.
So we had the first official
There was
one
supposed
then.
to be a parade, but that shit got canceled because it was too crowded.
It was too
Oh,
crowded.
what the
This
heck?
is the best. Okay, this is the best headline I've ever read in my life. Pikachu parades canceled due to Korean mobs.
Okay.
That is the sickest headline
That's
I've
a really
ever
good
read.
headline.
In
We gotta
my
make sure
life.
that this one won't get canceled.
Oh, of course
my
not.
God. No shot that that's acceptable. That is an unacceptable headline. That's why I'm posting it.
Okay, well, yeah, I do vaguely remember that
That's
decision was gonna be.
Poor little guys look terrified.
This parade fucking rocks. Hello?
Okay, we can have the second VGC parade then.
Holy. There's
Eight-
a lot
eight-
of
wait.
Pikachus.
8 parades were scheduled to take place.
But it didn't
8?
go quite as well as planned. So I mean, it kind of did happen, but
It
It
did
did.
happen, bro.
It like half happened.
it half
Did you not
happened.
see that it got canceled due to Korean mobs?
Okay, have we had a VGC mob other than this one?
I don't know. You know that there's a weird friend group of 6 that call themselves the VGC Mafia.
What?
It's a
I don't
thing.
know. I don't know who it is, but you know someone does.
Maybe.
They're like 6 14-year-old children.
I know VGC players that play the game Mafia in a different server.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
That's what I'm discussing. We're just filling air for what it's worth. We haven't had a topic for the last 30 minutes.
I was
we're still
talking about New
New
Orleans, man.
We're still talking about New Orleans.
Did we miss anything, or is that all the topics? Scrolling through the
That
list.
was
Yeah, it's
all.
everything.
That's all the topics. Well, you know,
Time for the calc is right.
time for the calc is right. Everyone got their calc.
Wait,
I did not prep
did
for
we even
that.
do that last week?
We did.
Oh, okay.
I did not
Wasn't there a
prep
week you guys
for
didn't do it? I don't
right.
remember.
Oh god.
I was in Japan the whole time, so.
Oh shit. Oh piss. Oh fuck.
Someone doesn't have a calc.
Give me 2 minutes.
Okay, we got to kill
okay,
2
I
minutes
have
of
a
time
calc
until
either.
Rajan thinks of a calc. What if we
Thank you.
actually hold up? Recently closed tabs. Is this going to show something inappropriate? We're going to find out.
Oh no.
Knowing you.
Oh no.
We're gonna watch Justin Tang's deck profile from his Toronto regional.
Oh baby.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
yes.
only played 9
Let's
hand
go.
traps.
He only played 9 hand traps. What the fuck?
He only played 9 hand traps.
The best part is you can't
crazy,
even hear
bro.
this. Oh, it's a 3
Bro,
minute.
also, Sword Soul, looking at your list, Sword Soul just builds itself, bro. What did you even do?
You just do the thing.
It's crazy what glasses will do to you.
You didn't do anything. The deck built itself.
That's true.
You didn't do a thing. That's crazy.
Hold up. I need to think of a calc too. So we're gonna watch this team report deck profile.
We're very
We're about to
prepared
lose.
this episode.
We're about to lose 36 people.
Okay, fine. We'll go back to the parade. All right.
Parade is awesome. I want video footage of that.
Listen. So in Japan, I never did the Japan stream where we talked about all the shit that went down because it was really fun. Like all the shit that we did. But maybe the most crazy night in Japan was the Sunday after Worlds where we all went to karaoke, and there were like 30 of us in a karaoke
Oh
room.
my god.
Oh, Tang was passed the
I have
fuck out.
I have a video of Justin asleep.
Dead
Hold
ass
up.
asleep.
Let me find it.
Oh no.
Let me find it.
I don't even know
I-
what
Tang was
happened.
This
dead
sounds
ass
good.
asleep. You had a lot of VGC drunk people rapping, and Tang is dead asleep.
It's not the first time this
Okay,
happened.
I do need to tell
I
everyone
just-
how to do karaoke. Stop playing rap songs in karaoke. No one wants to hear you rap. That's not what this is about. But also, yes. Justin fell asleep. I know I can find this because I posted it as a reply to one of Chuppa's Twitter circles. And so now I just got to not leak his Twitter circle while also finding it.
I know Alberto also posted it. Or something on his Twitter.
Okay, I have my calc, by the way. I'm ready to go.
I also have my calc.
Am I supposed to get a calc out? How's this work?
Yes.
You
So-
need to
You're
have a
supposed
calc.
to get a calc of your own.
Did we not do calculus
And,
right with you
like-
earlier?
No, we never did it when I was on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wait, sum it up for me. So like I'm supposed to just get like a
So you present a scenario in which you are presenting to us a damage calc, and then we take turns guessing a percent that is hopefully in the range of what you are saying.
Oh, I
And if
found
it is,
found
then
it.
we win the calc is right. If we're
I'm a
outside
big
the
fan of
range,
the
we don't.
calc, by the way. Abe, find a calc. You're number 5.
okay. So you calc.
So as an example, I would give you a calc of like, okay, I have like an Obama
Oh, this is not
and
the
it's
video.
clicking Blizzard and it's hitting Cresselia. How much percent does it do? And then you would guess.
Oh.
15%. And then if it's in that range, then you would get it right.
I got mine though. I'm
Okay.
done. This is
That's like
free.
the basic way to say. Like you're
Holy
gonna give as
sh-
much details about the scenario as possible.
Oh, so.
Like-
Okay. Do I get like items or anything like that, or yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. You could
Whatever
do
you want.
multipliers and stuff.
Whatever you
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense.
You want someone else to go? Okay. The audio's still pulling up the video.
I got it.
Oh,
This is not the
no.
video that Justin Tang fell asleep in. He's probably somewhere in here,
Yeah.
but not asleep. I have that on my phone, but I haven't posted it. So
I can find it too.
but this is like 30
yourself.
VGC dudes singing Taylor Swift and getting really into it.
No, lower the audio. Lower the audio.
Can you
don't-
hear it?
You don't need that in there. I don't know, but you don't need it.
You don't need
There's
it.
no audio. I don't think anyone can hear it.
Is Tang asleep in this one?
No, I don't think so.
Dang, all you guys need to know is that I went to karaoke on Sunday too, but I went with a
All
smaller
right,
group
well,
of
anyways,
people.
we're done with this. I have my calc. That's all that matters, right? I'm the only one here.
Yeah. I have a calc too. It doesn't matter though, because
I
yours
do
is the
not
only
have a
thing that
calc.
matters.
Assignment. I think
Okay,
I
well
forgot.
let's just do Raj's calc first, because he did the assignment. Yeah.
I had to
All right.
plan the rest of the fucking episode, guys. Give me a break.
You
I
did
didn't
not
even-
plan.
I typed a
episode
whole
sucked.
list in the Discord, okay?
Plurality of this episode was Tang's Yu-Gi-Oh deck. This episode sucked.
True.
This is the best episode ever, man.
That's his shitty Sword Soul deck with 9 hand traps and no originality.
Those are the best decks.
It's like his fucking teams, man. They
Dude,
build themselves.
the Dragapult was cool. That was
Either
like
they
cool.
build themselves or Brian Young builds.
Dragapult was cool, guys.
I started a trend, maybe.
Yeah. That's why I got second at Worlds.
Yeah, and it won an IC. You know, that's cool.
Yeah.
The only
Even
thing
though
that's
you definitely said that it was not brought like very much in Top Cut.
I mean,
I got mine.
I maybe used it like it was good. It was good versus Nails. That was cool. It came with stream once.
That's the
I think stream once.
Speaking of
Yes.
Nails, to commemorate Nails' top cut at the World Championships, which has gone unannounced, using the solid team of Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, Baxcalibur, Landorus T, Gastrodon, Klefki.
I swear to God, if you steal my calc, Rajan.
It's a Klefki calc.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'll get it.
Okay, Klefki calc.
So to commemorate the team, we have Klefki, Chi-Yu on the field, okay?
Oh, how much does the choice specs
Lefty is
overheat
a-
do?
No, stupid. That's my side of the field. And Klefki's a sweeper. So
Oh.
I want us to know how much max special attack modest Klefki Dazzling Gleam with Beads of Ruin active does to Qianpao.
Oh.
4 HP, no Spadef.
Wait. Okay. I should let you know that Nails did this
No.
calc last week.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He did? I don't watch this fucking
There's
show.
no way.
Think of a new calc. I already know the answer to this one.
Do not watch the show. Run it back. Play the clip. What are you talking about?
Amazing.
No
Amazing.
shot, bro. Pick the same calc. Are you fucking
All
me
right, Rajan, change your calc right now.
Well, all right, I have to go again.
That's
What is
crazy.
it?
What's a calc? I'm curious now. I did.
It doesn't matter. Apparently, it didn't.
Okay, well then I'll go then, since you need to make.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
he has
okay.
4 special attack, no beads. Okay, we need the strong Klefki, brother.
Okay.
Fine.
So you want me to multiply?
That's-
You multiply the answer by 1.25.
Okay, you know what? Fuck Adi. No one likes you. All right, I'll do a different calc. All right, go Colin. Fuck you, Nails. You stupid ass idiot. God damn it! All right, what other Mon do we Oko?
All right,
What other
John.
mon do we
John, it's
Oko?
your turn.
All right. So, I am going with the classic matchup of Fluttermane versus Iron Hands. However, the Iron Hands is Terra Grass right now, and the Flutter is a Calm Mind Draining Kiss set. It has gotten to +2, and it's
Our
Terra
Mon
Fairy.
sucks. Okay, listen, we know that Mon sucks.
No,
I
I'm still doing it anyway. How much does the Draining Kiss do to the Iron Hands that is Assault Vest? 4
well, you have,
HP,
to, you have to give EVs. You have to give the
252 special defense, but the Fluttermane is 4 special attack at +2.
4 special
With
attack.
Dranicus?
Modest. 4 special attack. Timid.
No, timid. Just
Timid.
Yeah.
Draining kiss.
So it's a +2 Draining Kiss with Terra.
Okay.
Terra Grass 452 Iron.
Oh, it's Terra Grass. Oh my god.
All right.
well,
I got
the
my answer.
Flutter's Terra
It's-
Fairy.
It's less than you want it to be. Is the problem?
I got
Yeah,
my
that's-
answer.
Oh my. Okay. Do we all answer at the same time? How's this work?
No, it's turn based. It's
We go to
turn
the
based. It's
Okay.
Pokemon, bro. It's turn based.
Oh, turn base. Okay. Okay.
Alright. Adi, go.
So Nails told me that when I was thinking about using the team, that you just got to get to +2, and then all your wishes will be achieved or whatever. Like that's just the number that you got to get to. And so, but Roshan seems to not be very confident. But I trust Nels a lot more than I trust Roshan.
This mon is shit. I need it to be clear. As
And
somebody who
oh,
uses
you're not even modest. Um,
as somebody who uses
Yeah, not
Pokemon,
modest.
I
This
can
is
tell
a
you, you are
timid.
going to-
Oh my god.
the Iron Hands calcs leave a lot to be desired.
okay, fine. Roshan has convinced me to. No, he hasn't. Fuck you. I'm going 50%. I think it's 2 shots.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I mean, you're right.
Well, you said
Like
you said this was
55.
Terra Grass, though, right?
The Iron
Yeah,
Hands is
well-
Terra Grass.
It's like 55.
Or the Iron Hands can Terra Water if you want it to be that. It doesn't change anything. Though.
What Terra Grass with a Draining Kiss and AV
No. Flutter Mane is Terra Fairy.
and Iron Hands has Iron
Oh,
Hands Terra.
the one
Yeah, Iron
thing
Hands
to
is not
remember-
weak to it anymore.
The one
Okay.
thing to remember about Calm Mind Fluttermane, okay, is that when you Terra Fairy, the draining
Don't
kiss goes
tell-
from 50 base power to 60.
Bro,
Why are you
cheating? Get him. Someone get him.
You're allowed to answer the question. You don't need to let Justin know the answer.
I didn't tell him the answer. I told chat about an interesting mechanic.
That's true.
Okay,
That
Raj,
is
what's
true.
your guess? Wait, what was your guess, Raj?
55.
Okay. And Justin, what are you saying?
Figuring out my calc.
Wait. Okay, so you're +2
Or plus
Terra
2? Terra Fairy.
Draining Kiss
Uh-huh.
on 252 Spadef Terra Grass Iron Hands.
Yeah, and there's like 4
AV.
HP EVs. It's also AV, yeah.
Dude, how you 50's so high? I've seen the. I'm trying to think like. I'm second guessing myself. I was gonna say something like a lot lower, but it can't be that low. No,
Chat seems to think it's a lot lower. We got 40, 48, and 30 in the chat.
Yeah, no, that's because you said this is it was just
It's-
like 4 special attack timid,
No,
Yes,
it's
4
probably-
special attack
timid.
timid.
or oh my god, that's
That's a wet new
Yeah.
boy.
yeah, it sounds so
55
weak.
is
Like,
I really want this mon to be good, but
Yeah.
it's,
I want to say it's like 30. Like it
30.
isn't like I know or something like that. Like
It's-
like because it's like
I
mean-
You gotta give a number. You gotta give a number you think is in the
Oh!
range.
like a percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
55 might be the forgot to Terra calc.
Yeah, like 30% or something. They're doing. I don't know. Like I don't know. I think it's weak. Like even though you're +2, because the hands is Terra. I don't know.
That's
Like,
tough.
I don't-
That's tough.
It's
dude.
I got it pulled up. I think we all got it wrong. I'm seeing 33.9 to 40.8.
Yeah, I forgot.
Whoa. That's not what I have. What are you looking at?
What? Send it over.
I have it on screen.
I have. Hang on.
What do you have? What do you have, John? And why did you forget to put the assault vest on the guy?
Hang on. I put the assault vest on the guy. What are you talking about? He's 4 2v2.
Yeah, look at the screen.
Okay.
What did I do wrong?
I'm
might
looking
have
at the screen.
My stream's delayed. I still see Obama Snow.
What?
The Iron Hands is there, and this mon does not any amount of damage.
Oh. Okay, never mind. I have, for some reason, I have photosynthesis turned on, even though it shouldn't be, because my speed is better.
Wait. So what's the calc? It's not popping up for me in stream for some reason.
33.9 to 40.8%.
So I was kind of
That
close.
is correct. That is correct.
You did get kind of
Sorry.
close, but close counts and horseshoes
Little-
and hand grenades and not on tub takes.
Damn it.
Dang. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
That's
I scuffed my own calc, but we figured it out at the end.
Taking
Okay.
Booster
AV
energy
off.
and it's because I had booster energy and it hit. special attack for some reason.
I really overestimated my flutter because taking AV off, we do about 55.
Yeah. But
Yeah, of
that's if they're
course.
not AV, but they're all AV at this point.
yeah. Dude, you're showing P missiles at it. There's no damage.
Bro, he didn't even have to tear to live the hit, man.
I know.
No,
That's
the thing
insane.
the thing about Combine Flutter is it's dog shit, but it's good dog shit.
I
Um,
would-
well, dog shit's still dog shit, bro. I don't know.
It's so
If you are
So
if you're
weird.
trying to
In the hands of the right craftsman, dog shit.
Can look like chocolate.
Just to be
Sure.
clear, there were 3 people
Wow.
from our group who brought this set 2 worlds, and 2 of them made day 2, and 1 of them went 0-3. And you're listening to the person who went 0-3, so maybe take his opinion with a grain of salt.
nuts with a grain of salt, bro. Shut the fuck up.
That's crazy. That's all I gotta say.
All right.
Do you have a
You
new
know
calc
what?
for us?
Yeah, okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the same fucking Fluttermane, okay? And we're gonna
Oh
show
my
off how
God.
much like same Fluttermane, but this time he's attacking a Chiyu.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
4 HP Chiyu.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
You
It's-
really
it's-
want your +2 Fluttermane to kill that guy, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how much does the same Fluttermane do to a 4 HP Chiyu?
Oh.
I got a
plus
number.
2. At +2. And Terra Fairy. Same guy.
Okay.
4 HP
Hmm.
Chiyu.
There's
Okay.
no way
And
this. There's no way this
bonus
kills, right?
It can't
bonus
kill.
count, how much does Modest Specs Overheat do back to 252 HP +2 Spadef?
Oh, it's not gonna do anything.
Oh, okay. So we should do that one first instead of the other one.
That one's way more interesting.
Yeah, let's just do that one. What the heck?
How much does Choice Specs Overheat from Max Modest Chiyu
It's 2 to
do
2
to
0.
252 HP +2 Spadef Fluttermane?
Is it 2 to 2 4 or 2 to 2 0?
220.
I guess it was 252 for.
Okay.
Okay.
No, actually it wasn't. We didn't have
It
those.
wasn't.
We didn't have EVs for that.
I didn't think it was.
Okay, then it's 2.
Okay.
Just that max HP.
I think. Wait, the Chi's not Terra, right? Chi's is normal. Is it plain boy?
Let me see how much it does when it's Terra. Make it not Terra.
Okay, it's a plain boy. All
This
right.
does a
Max
plain
mod is
old
overheat specs.
Max Modest Overheat Specs.
I'm gonna say it
Plus
does
2
like.
flutter.
I'm gonna say it
Plus
does like
2 Spadef. Max HP Fluttermane.
76. Is what I'm gonna go with.
Wow.
Justin, you
I
got an
think
answer?
my little fishy boy is crazy.
Chiyu is crazy, but that Fluttermane is.
It's only +2, bro.
It's +2. It's max HP, but Fluttermane has like fat Spadef, right?
Yeah, it's not so fat when you have beads.
I guess. I'm thinking there's like Chiyu's strong, but Fluttermane's like can be kind of fat too, right? I'm thinking it's doing like 50%.
How much did you say, John?
I got
76.
Hey, I guess I got a guess. I'm guessing 65.
Okay, one of you is right.
Oh, okay.
And his name is Adi.
Let's go.
Dang,
Okay.
I went too high.
I ran specs to you before.
That's
I know my Fluttermane calcs.
59.8 to 70.9.
I flew too close to the
Yeah.
sun, bro.
Because
Yeah.
it does about
60% of
120.
The chat is objectively right. It does.
It does.
59.8 min.
It does
I
120
know-
min to max HP is not +2 Spadef Fluttermane, and so yeah, I ran
Yeah,
specs to
the-
you before.
I thought that
You
min
wanna
was
know
Yeah.
130.
But the +2
Draining
just sounded so
Kiss does
fat.
back?
So,
How much does +2 Draining Kiss do back?
Not enough. It doesn't kill, so then you're still dead anyway.
Enough to heal back and live a second. You
I
go
guess
first.
that's-
No, you go. Yeah. Well, you go.
Well, you get your
No, the
second
Fluttermane is
combine
going
on,
first.
yeah,
Mhm.
Fluttermane's
This
going
is a
first.
modest
So
Chiyu.
you get your second combine on the overheat, and then you Draining Kiss back.
Abhe's got the right idea. Never done a Chiyu calc because I assume they die. It's so true.
I got a number.
What do you got?
Wait,
The
everyone
+2
else
Draining
has to
Kiss
say they're
back.
ready.
Wait, why did Rajan get 2 calcs? What the heck?
I don't know. We felt bad for him.
it was like a bonus one.
Okay.
Because Nails took mine, so I wanted 2.
Okay,
Wait,
fair.
is this modest Fluttermane or is this just timid still?
No, this is the same for
It's
weak ass
the one you-
Fluttermane.
Okay.
It's +2 Terra.
It's
Uh-huh.
+2 Terra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got a number.
All right, what we got, Adi?
Again, Nails told me you got to be +2 to do anything, so I think you don't 2-shot if you're a +1. So I'm going 60.
What you got, John?
I'm going 76 again. I think the first Draining Kiss, if I'm thinking about like
So stupid. All
dude,
right.
I think the Draining Kiss with no boost does like 30 something %. So I'm thinking at +2, 76 sounds good.
I was gonna say like 75%, like around that.
So none of you were right.
Oh.
Okay.
It does 77.8 to 91.6.
Yes.
Damn, I
that's
just
kinda
missed it, bro. Should have
Yeah,
went a
that's
little
close.
higher.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I knew it wasn't killing because she also got a
It's
bit of
a
a
funny little
thick
trick.
special defense.
She was a little fat on the Spadef side. A little.
Yeah.
Adi, Tang, your calcs. Now let's kill
All right.
this show.
I got one. I'm gonna post it in chat. It is
Okay.
Max Attack.
Oh,
This one's
lovely.
boring. Max Attack, Adamant,
is
Choice Band,
boring.
Terra Dark, Urshifu, Single Strike, Wicked Blow. First is
Dude, I should fucking do that.
252 HP, 252 defense, Terra Fairy, Fluttermane.
So we're still
does
hitting.
feel
We're still
like-
smashing this Draining Kiss set.
Pretty annoying how much it does.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
say.
say this is like
I've been on the receiving end of that one. I don't like it.
Oh,
It's
this
like
is
a-
max. This is max defense bold Fluttermane.
This
Terra
is
Fairy?
not bold. It's
No,
not
it's not
bold.
bold.
Okay.
I'm saying this is like 84.
I was gonna say 85.
I'm saying
Justin?
84 because I think the rolls are like.
This is right.
Gonna-
85.
Yeah, it's doing 80 something. You guys already said all that, so I'll go one there. I'll go 83%.
83. Well, you guys all actually did get it right. It's doing 73 to 87.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
I gave you guys a softball, so something that you probably have dealt with before.
That one happens on ladder, and I'm like, my
No,
flutter's.
I have never dealt with this in my life. But
No, I never
thanks for
N-
leaving.
never fought that fat of a fly before, but
I like that
feel
it
like-
kills even if they're Terra Fairy against like almost every Fluttermane. Like they have to be stupid bulky for them to survive this.
yeah.
It's so dumb. That
Yeah.
Pokemon is just actually illegally strong. Throw Iron Hands on the screen. It's like unfair.
All right. Wait, Tang, do you have your calc now?
Yeah, it was-
There's
it was-
so
I was also going to do Urshifu Calc, and it's also on Fluttermane too, except so it's Terra Choice Band, 252 Adamant, Wicked Blow, but instead of a bulky Fluttermane, it's on a 4 HP non-Terra Fluttermane,
Something else.
just
Oh.
just to see the big ass damage.
Just to see that big ass damage. How much
Yeah,
overkill percent
yeah,
are
yeah.
we shooting for here?
I thought it'd be funny, so that's what I'm going for.
I think the answer is definitely like
130.
it is not 130.
Did you say 130?
Oh, wait, are we Terra Fairy or not?
No.
No, it's just
No
normal. bro.
Terra.
Oh,
Normal
double
4
that shit.
HP.
Sorry, what did
I'm
you
gonna
say?
go.
Russian?
185.
How?
Sorry, wait. Sorry. You said 130 if they Terra Fairy. But if it goes from resistant to neutral, it only goes up by 55%.
Yes, 185.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Wait, hold on, no. 206.
okay. Well, aside from that, I'm going 247%.
I'm going higher than that. I'm saying a full 280%.
All right, let's pull it up.
Oh, no, I'm saying 206.
No, there's no way it's 206.
All right. If they are 4 HP, 0 defense, it is doing between 259 to 306%.
Pretty dog.
I was down by
Rajan, you had the right answer. 130 times 2 is 260.
Yeah, it's kind of a
I
crazy
wanna
calc.
win,
Yeah,
though.
259, 306.
But you didn't put it next to Chen Pao. That's the problem.
Oh, I should add Shen Pao on that calc. That'd be funny.
That's
But yeah.
350.
All right.
All right. I think
Get out of this episode.
that's all we got to talk about. Next week we will be doing a Pittsburgh preview without me, and with Alex instead. So
Probably without me too.
We'll see you on
Probably not.
YouTube in 2 days with that one guy who really doesn't like me in the comments.
yeah,
Great.
shout out to
At
that
least
one
this
guy
time
who
you're-
every time Rajan is on just insults Rajan multiple times. I have to hide the comment every single time. They're just
that's
like,
not-
I hate this guy. Why do you keep bringing him on? It's
Oh yeah, I need to see that calc. I'm so curious.
And it's so based.
I bet that guy's feeling special right now.
And I'm like, I'm somewhat intentionally boisterous on tub takes, but also fuck these guys. Their opinions aren't good. You want to hear mine?
it's tub takes. The
Yeah.
entire point is to be loud and obnoxious, right?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Also,
Pretty much.
none of them matter. I'm the protagonist, and that guy really fucking can't stand me.
Actually, I think you're more of a deuteragonist.
Okay, I only know what that means because after Joe X9 was making fun of Serial players, I made my nickname scheme for the rest of the year antagonist, protagonist, sidekick, love interest.
Genocide.
But that one doesn't fit in the character count and isn't as good as anti-hero.
Yeah, you're right.
Uh,
You're right. Stop hiding my comments.
wait, Justin. everyone, go to the comment section if you're watching on YouTube and tell me your least favorite thing about Rajan Ball.
All right.
For me, it has to be how much he likes
He's
Snorlax.
so handsome, it makes me feel really unattractive. He's so smart, it makes me feel really stupid.
Yeah, you showed that off when you doubled your 130 to 185.
He has such a good taste in clothes, it makes me feel like a pig. I don't know.
Justin, you said you were going to start YouTubing, right? Did you ever start that?
No, I was going to start as soon, but then I remembered I had to register for classes and do that first. So like after I kind of figure out the culture for this week, then yeah, it'll be up with everything.
College first.
And so
yeah,
make sure to go follow Justin on Twitter, and look out for stay on the lookout for his YouTube channel. I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you.
I'm really excited to watch his Sword Soul streams.
So true. I'm ready to watch all these Tenny Sword Soul combos. Man,
I'm gonna have to do it.
You're not streaming Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. You're
Everything,
fucking out.
bro.
You're never coming back to the show.
I am streaming Yu-Gi-Oh.
I cannot believe you were bored for a single 45-minute chunk of time. When I'm gonna go just be amazing at a different game because my IQ is 186. Like, what the hell?
My bad.
John, are you streaming already?
I'm going to probably start streaming here like pretty soon. I kind of need to start getting on that grind again. Yeah. Mostly because that's probably the only way you'll ever be able to interact with me anyway, since I'll be moving out of the country.
I'm excited to not talk to you ever again and just chat in your stream.
It's true. However, I'm probably going to see you later because you said you're at your parents' house, right?
I am. I actually am in Indy for this week. So if you want to come hang out, this weekend's the time. Or I'm leaving on Sunday.
Well, I'm never gonna see you. You know, after so many whatever's because which actually that goes for everyone else here too. If you live in the States, I won't be here after a certain amount of time. Which means the only way you're going to be able to interact with me is either on here, which is going to be rare because Top Takes will be in my mornings, or by
in the YouTube comments section roasting Rajan, right?
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be roasting Rajan. Don't worry. Every time he shows up.
He cooks so well, it makes me feel really embarrassed. His teams are so good from 5 to 6 years ago.
So true.
Hey, you had that one cool team in 2021, right? Remember that one? The Drifblim team?
Do they have a team on Unite now?
All right. I'm gonna cut this off. We're gonna send you over to Master Mark to go tell him hi and thank you all for tuning in. Again, if you missed part of this, it's gonna be up on YouTube in 2 days. No, not always send Master Mark. Anyways, go say hi. We'll catch you guys later.
All right. Bye-bye.
See ya.